to know exactly where that drain is for that, right? That's sheeting / plumbing. It all goes together. Bang, 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 bang. That's just part of it. Yeah, go
My
ahead.
dad told me last night, I go, yeah, you know how when you hit something, like we did the siding with nail guns?
I know like what I did yesterday.
This is correct.
Yesterday we got these glue lamps here, and then we put in all our floor joints, and we got all of our bolts in to connect everything. We put in all of our wrapping for the insulation and everything, all our plastic for insulation. So we did quite a bit. We built our floor box, basically, which is our flooring.
So that
You want it to be flush with your glue lamp down here?
yeah, but because you want it below this, but above your glue lamp. So it could be just a little bit
Below
above.
your joist?
Today we have to fill with insulation. We're putting in our pipe here for our plumbing, and then we'll be putting on our plywood to enclose our floors, and then we'll start the framing process in our walls.
53 inches. And then you'll screw this to where it's flush with the top of the beam here. Okay?
This is called our netting.
Yes, netting.
So this is what we line the bottom with, so our insulation doesn't go through the bottom. We're getting drywall screws to be able to put in the clamps for the pipe.
Well,
Elijah, pretty soon you will see cabinets here and a sink. And
we have it planned to be done in like what?
yeah, we have 22 days to go, or 23 days to go before we have to have this completed. So we've reduced our time by like 10 or 11 days. So we need to be on the roll here. We got to get going. Good job.
straight up and down. So, and in the center, so the pipe still has to be in the center, and right now it's not in the center. It's in the center that way, but so the bottom needs to come over.
Oh
You
man.
see that?
Yeah. So we're straight on the top, but on the bottom we're a little slanted. So the bottom has to come over a little to make it sure it's more level. So it happens. We this is a learning experience. And when you're looking at it like this, downward, you can't tell that it's completely not even. We got to cut it down to make sure that the heat stays in the home and it's not lost in going out the flooring. So you want to have as much insulation as you can, which these are really big, thick insulation. I think this is R30. Bryson here is cutting down our insulation, so then that way we can put it into the slots. And so he's using a 2x4 to cut it down because it's easier to have it weighed down by a 2x4 and then you slice it with your razor blade. He's really good at it, so we really appreciate him. And that's also why he's fully covered, is because it's so bad, you don't want to get it on your skin. You boys are doing a really good job.
So you have to cut it like this, and you have to put it in there like this, so it's lined the same way.
Yeah, it has to be put in like vertical, or with this being upright and cut down and fluffy, because it doesn't have the same type of it's not going to work the same, because it's not going to hold in the heat if you don't do it right. We could do this just by slicing it.
Yes, you can.
So you can't just take insulation and just like shove it in. Like we were shoving it over here to you're right, you can see how he was just shoving it in there, but if it's not placed where he's cutting it and letting it sit in there where it's upright and you know, laid in right, it won't do the same. It's not the same effect. Which who would have thought known? You know, I mean, you put insulation in, you shove it all in there. I had no idea. Yeah, it's. We're just gonna cut it right here. Just lay it in there. This is. I mean, you know, the whole thing is done. I mean, we can't go back to correct anything if we needed to. It's kind of like once you seal in the walls, it's basically that's how it's going to be. It looks like it would be so comfortable to lay on, you know. Little do you know that it's like disgusting. You definitely have to make sure that you wear gloves, long sleeves. The rest of the day will be much more fun. We're gonna do some plywood, we'll close up our floors, and then we'll start on our framing on our walls. And so we'll be putting up the walls and making everything come together so then we can get these enclosed. And then we'll be putting up the glue lamps that are on the bottom here, these big beams. We'll have to put some up at the top. We're definitely growing and learning, and so it's a lot of fun.